very warm welcome to you on this most pleasantly clear evening. As you can see, we are getting through the this must be amongst the favoured arenas of supporters all over the world. It really does have a very special feel to it. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Ball for the opener in his last game. Now surely, and a shot! He just whacks it away. In the nick of time. There is the half-time whistle. So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless. So they head in no further forward. The score here, stuck out a leg for a good challenge. Shoots! He's got away with one there.
Well, I think the opposition was pretty sloppy in creating a problem for themselves then, but he was onto it so quickly and very nearly made them pay.
So the ball's got out of play and a change is upcoming.
This defence is wary about opposition pace.
So they're just not getting too tight.
Yeah, they know that if they step up, their keeper could get a whole lot busier.
He's had a go! Sticks it away! And late in the day, a telling moment.
Foster perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
Well, the instruction from the manager would have...
Brighton break the deadlock.
Look, I just think they've kept at it and got their reward. Now they need to hang on to it.
Shoot! They'll have a dip! They've done it! And with that goal comes comfort.
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
Watford chosen to bring on the last of their substitutes.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong.
Well weighted. Gross! Can he put it away? Oh, the ball's come loose! Cleverly. Gross! Brighton get it back again. Steered forward. There is the final whistle. A decent win via a very competent performance. Without doubt they were the better side, and the result reflects as much. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Look, we saw some textbook football from wide areas that...
Well, good day to you. You join us on a pretty wet afternoon here. The clouds have opened and it is raining, a little bit wet and miserable. But that ought not to put us off. We are all indeed itching to go. Tries to get it forward quickly. Great leap! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
All he'll be thinking is, please, ground, swallow me up.
Trupper. And now the breakaway. Afobe tries to stroke it through. 45 minutes are up. So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goals. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, this has proved a very frustrating day so far, especially for the strikers. Nothing has been created. Well, that first 45 minutes didn't deliver as we'd hoped. Lots of effort, but a lack of quality with the finish.
He's gone for it! It's in! And that is the goal we've all been yearning for.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
Brighton take the lead, landing the first significant blow in what is certainly a significant contest. Cuts it out. He's had a shot at goal! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low. So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Up to meet it! The changes then in quick succession. And that's been levered clear. It's a throw. So, the manager making the last of his changes. He's looking. Here it comes. Gets into some space. The shot's on! They've done it! Two to the good! They have breathing space! Finishing doesn't come simpler than that. Bang in front of goal.
Yeah, it looks simple, Peter, but it requires intelligent use of space and good understanding to pull it off.
When the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's how you make an impact as a sub. You know, when most of...
Brighton have a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0. He's got the ball, he's got the space, and the finish! And it's there! And surely that settles it. With time and space aplenty, he was never going to miss.
Well, he made it obvious as to where the pass should be played, Peter, and it made the finish look that bit easier.
3 without reply. This is becoming a stroll.
Well, unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition looked completely stunned. I'm not sure that...
Back into the middle. Can he shoot? He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. Brighton really could have done without this. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed. And time is up. Brighton are through. They have the look of a team that fancies going all the way this time. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Look, it's a first obstacle jumped, and they could feel optimistic about the potentially tougher challenges that lay ahead now.
And welcome to what amounts to football heaven. It doesn't get a whole lot better than this. The conditions are utopian. The sky is blue, and the players are last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Takes aim with a cross. More than happy to take the muscular approach. Hits it! That's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
And the referee has brought play back and showed him a yellow card. The referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goals. The action. Is it in? There it is!
And some players are just capable of grabbing a game by the scruff of the neck, and his immense talent may just have done exactly that and injected the belief that they can retain their lead this time round. And as soon as they made that error in midfield, they didn't have time to react before the ball hit the net. Very much a lesson learned.
Play for a throw. Well, there's going to be a change now with the ball out of play. It goes long. Shaqiri takes the long option. He's off on a marauding run. Driving on now, what can they conjure from here? Referee has just said play on. And that is that. Well, that is not the outcome they were after. A truly disappointing defeat. Well, good day to you on a grey day here, which promises rain, but promises way beyond that what should be a really good game of football. The stands are packed here, people have done everything they can to get here. Indeed, the roads outside were pretty badly clogged, but I think... Nicely measured pass. Going for goal! They've scored! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up.
Thread it through. And he just whacks it away. And that's been levered clear. Not much subtlety, he's launched himself there. Gross has a pop! He's had a go! Good clearance and very necessary. Oh, didn't catch it right. Perhaps the final meaningful act of the first half.
Well, who knows, Peter, it may turn out to be...
Gross! Decent effort as the first half draws to a close. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football. It still had its moments, but ultimately... Izquierdo. Can he finish? Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Oh, that's a sparkling save, absolutely sparkling. His reflexes work ultra-sharp.
Bennett knocks it away. How about a shot? Looking to... The shot's on! He's scored! And this is getting better and better. Krupa. And there goes the final whistle. Brighton have fallen short on the day. They're going to need to bounce back from this. So what do you take away from it? Well, hello and welcome to what amounts to football heaven. It doesn't get a whole lot better than this. The conditions are utopian. The sky is blue and the players are with us for a football match so widely and keenly anticipated. Kenny. Loose ball, who's going to get that? We hit half-time, so neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless.
Well, Peter, you just can't argue with the substitutions. They were spot on, and the timing of it...
Looking to shoot! They've scored! And finally, he has breathed life into the game!
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
Fulham can make their change now with a break in play. Brighton steered forward. Here it comes. Has a pop! They've done it! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. He was so alert to the possibilities there. Great stuff.
Oh, players like this fella almost have a sixth sense to get themselves in such great poaching positions. How quick-minded was that?
So that's two. Referee has just said play on. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Brighton always looked the more driven side, probably the better side, and nobody is arguing about the results. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Brighton will...
It's terrific to have you along for our live coverage of this eagerly awaited contest. It should provide some terrific entertainment on what is turning into a rather imperfect afternoon. Seems now to be all about width.
Well, when you have the personnel to create in wide areas, then they need to see his...
He's had a shot! They've scored!
Brighton are looking strong on the break. Winning the ball in midfield is one thing, but it's their clever use of counter-attacking. That's the real highlight.
Brighton take the lead, 1-0. Montoya has set up one goal so far. He's had a look. Oh, the ball's come loose. Who's chasing? Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So there you have it, a close fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal in it. Time for a change in personnel.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still deliver.
It's one! Oh, and that should have been two.
Jurgen Locadia really thought he'd scored to settle this contest, and he's struggling to believe being denied.
Up for the header! It's there! And there's the goal they've been looking for. A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Well, look, it's often the timing of the jump that dictates what you can do with any header, and if you get it slightly wrong, then you'll struggle. But that was beautifully met. It really can't find any penetration.
He'll have a dig! In it goes! Drama at the death! Is there time for one more? And that's it. Brighton have held on. A knife-edge game, a single-goal margin, but they have won it. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Yeah, they had a game plan which was about hammering away and
Well, hello and welcome to what amounts to football heaven. It doesn't get a whole lot better than this. The conditions are utopian. The sky is blue and the players are with us for a football match so widely and keenly anticipated. Truly, this is pristine, and the level of expectation and excitement. And it's half-time here. So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless. So your views on the first half? An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. We're promptly into the second 45 minutes.
Brighton can be very glad that half-time came with it.
Has a pop! Sticks it away! And the second half is off to a flyer! Lovely goal, perfect poise to set himself for the strike. Some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Brighton put themselves into the lead.
Actually not getting too tight, which is interesting.
No, it's probably Sanchez with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Was that a finish of true class? A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe. Oh, that is a bit special.
Oh, that was breathtaking. He'll never hit another as well in his whole career.
Brighton themselves.
He's not the type who pulls up unless something's hurting.
He's going to continue, it seems, albeit a little gingerly. Brighton have turned to their bench, and we're going to have a substitution.
Well, for me, this was...
And there goes the final whistle. So they have their win, they had all the answers to whatever the opposition threw at them, and the result followed inevitably. Would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?